in a shop. They were large scales made of iron, and they had come to Maniram from his great grandfather. Once Maniram had to go to the neighboring town for some work. Since he lived all alone, Maniram was worried that in his absence his precious weighing scales might be misplaced. So he decided to leave them with his friend Lakshman.
Hi, my friend Lakshman. I have to go out of town. I'm afraid that someone will steal these weighing scales when I'm away. This is all I have left in the world. Please, will you look after them?
Lakshman agreed to keep them safely for his friend.
Of course, my friend. You can go fearlessly. I will take care.
Maniram went off on his journey.
How good are these scales? At any cost, I must make these my own.
However, when Maniram returned, he was shocked by what he heard from Lakshman.
Hey Lakshman, how are you?
Hey, are you back? How was your trip?
It was good. Can you please return my scales? Thank you in advance for your support.
I am afraid, my friend, though I have kept your scales very carefully, they have been eaten up.
Eaten up? Impossible. No creature eats iron.
Mice ate them up. I tried to save your scales, but mice gobbled them up before I could do anything.
Maniram guessed at once that Lakshman was lying, and there was no way he would get his scales back by arguing or requesting. He would have to think of a clever plan. So Maniram got up with a loud sigh and said,
You're right, friend. It's not your fault at all. It's just my bad luck that the mice chosen to eat iron instead of food.
Lakshman heaved a sigh of relief. He had not thought that it would be so easy to fool his friend.
Thank you, Maniram, for understanding.
I have just one favor to ask you. I am going for a bath in the river. As you see, I am carrying a large bundle. Will you ask your son to help me carry my things?
Since Lakshman had already got what he wanted, he was more than happy to do. As his friend asked, he called his son and told him to go with Maniram to the river.
Hello, uncle. Shall we go? Sure, my boy.
Maniram went with the boy to the river.
Uncle, I have seen your scales in my house. They are so beautiful. Oh yes, thank you. Will you do me a favor? Yes, uncle. Please tell me. After my bath, we will go to my house. You please stay there. I have a small work outside. After my return, I will drop you at your home. Okay, uncle. As your wish.
After the bath, Maniram left the boy in his house and went to Lakshman's house.
Hey Lakshman, please come out. I didn't expect this will happen.
Lakshman, on hearing the cries, came out running.
What happened? What happened?
While we were bathing in the river, a hawk swooped down and carried your son away.
Liar! Cheat! You think I'm foolish enough to believe your story?
I did try to save your son, but the hawk flew away with him before I could do anything.
An angry Lakshman took Maniram to the panchayat and complained to the sarpanch that Maniram had kidnapped his son.
Sarpanch sir, you are my hope for justice.
What happened, Lakshman?
Maniram kidnapped my son.
What, Maniram? Is it true? I did not kidnap your son, sir. It is true. I took the boy to the river with me. He was sitting on the river bank while I went to the river for a dip. Suddenly, I saw a hawk swoop down on the boy and carry him away. What nonsense! How is that possible? What have you done with the boy? Yes, tell the truth. What have you done with the boy? His mice ate up my iron scales. I didn't raise a hue and cry. But when a hawk carries away his son, why then he says I lied?
The sarpanch was a wise man. He realized that there was more than to this case than meets the eye. He smiled at Maniram, said kindly,
Instead of talking in riddles, why don't you tell us what happened?
Maniram told all the villagers how Lakshman had tried to cheat him. He ended by saying that if mice could eat heavy iron scales, then why couldn't a hawk fly away with a big boy? Everyone burst out laughing when they heard this.
Yes, Lakshman. How will mice eat away iron? If that is true, then your son's missing story will also be true.
Yes, I agree. The Sarpanch glared at Lakshman and said,
Lakshman, tell the truth. Otherwise, you won't be able to find your son.
Shamefacedly, Lakshman did as he was told. He then apologizes to Maniram and returns his scales immediately.
Forgive me, Maniram, for what I did. Please take your scales back.
I have done all this to teach you a lesson. Don't be greedy, as it will come back to us later. Here is your boy. Bye, uncle.
Maniram returned the boy to Lakshman and went back home happily, clutching his precious scale.